ticket on Saturday, and now we have a rematch of the 1999 NBA Finals. But will the Knicks be able to lift the curse of summer's past?
The ice melted as we saw the Hurricanes and the Golden Knights kick off the Stanley Cup Finals yesterday. We'll recap Game 1 and preview the series.
Ohtani continues to break records, and the Braves are on absolute fire. We'll catch you up on the latest from the major leagues.
The UEFA Champions League has a dramatic climax, and the U.S. men's national team looks ready for the FIFA World Cup. Football, soccer, and football, oh my.
Shocking moves in the NFL, plus racing, a full Clash in Italy recap, and so much more. We are live. Welcome to They Be Talkin.
They be talking, 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 talking.
What is up, y'all, everybody? Welcome to They Be Talkin. Listen, we are live, okay? Live and in prime time. And we're on at the same damn time as Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I don't know how that happened, but we want to thank you for joining us. And when I say we, I mean myself, your host, Shorty Bang Bang, and my homie, Dizzy. Dizzy, what's going on, man?
How you doing, Shorty Bang Bang? How was your week?
My week was wonderful. It was full of excitement for these NBA Finals, okay? I am so torn between these two teams, not to mention we got the NHL, WWE Clash in Italy. I missed some of that, so you're going to have to catch me up on that, okay?
A lot to talk about in the wrestling world, a lot to talk about in the hockey world, basketball, NFL making some way too crazy moves for my liking.
Yes. That was a big Monday.
And it wasn't just a big Monday. It was a big. Those are big boy moves. Those are.
They quite very, very big boy moves, big money moves too. And we will get to all of that. All right. If you're new to the show, we talk about sports. Me and my homie Dizzy, we're just some good old fans of all this fun competition. And speaking of competition, it's happening right now, Dizzy. The NBA Finals is popping right now. In case you were living under a rock the past week, though, I'll back it up a bit and give you a little taste of how we got to this point right now. All right. So San Antonio the San Antonio Spurs, that is, went into a hostile Paycom Center for a Game 7 on the road. What a game it was. They did their thing. They won 111 to 103, knocking out the reigning champs. And Victor Wembanyama, okay, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He got 22 points with 7 rebounds and, of course, Western Conference Finals MVP. Now the Spurs are back in the finals since when? 1999. My goodness, since the 90s, and they're back. Dizzy, what do you think of the Spurs game performance in Game 7?
I felt that it was a performance of a definite champion. They took advantage of the fact that OKC was not at 100%. They had the depth, they had the health, they had the roster, they had the lineup. A good combination of youth and some experience and the right coaching moves. Because whenever the Spurs started to get into a little trouble, sub one in, sub one out, adjust the lineup. They went big, they went small. They played to what their strengths were and to what the opponent's weaknesses were with the players on the court. It was just a masterful experience, a masterful thing to watch as far as
Yes.
a basketball fan goes, because the Spurs just were clicking on all cylinders.
Awesome.
A lot of respect to SGA. Shai, he did his thing. He did everything he possibly could to keep OKC in the game. He had the game high 35 points, but like mentioning, when you're missing your second hand, Jalen Williams, it's a lot of burden to bear on your single shoulders.
Yeah. Well, he tried. SGA tried. A lot of people were giving Chet a hard time. Chet Holmgren. Yeah, he was kind of MIA. I would be pissed if I was an OKC fan, but nevertheless, they lost. And now for the 8th straight year, we are getting a brand new NBA champion. All right. So that sets the stage for tonight. Game 1 of the NBA Championship Finals. It's between the Knicks, of course, and the Spurs. We're taking it all the way back to 1999. That was the last time these two met in the finals. Talking about the turn of the millennium. It's been a minute, and you know what? Let me check in.
You're talking Tim Duncan versus Marcus Camby. You're talking Latrell Sprewell. You're talking David Robinson. You're talking them players.
Some people out there don't even know who that is because they weren't even born. Victor Wembanyama wasn't even born yet. So,
and I think Jalen Brunson was like a 2-year-old.
Right. His daddy was playing on the Knicks. Jalen Brunson's daddy was playing on the Knicks, and now he's in the finals. I don't know. I'm torn between who's going to win this one. Let us know who you think and hit the subscribe and like button as well. We're live. So if you're on board right now, you can chat with us. We'll check in with y'all a little later to see if there's any questions or comments. But let us know who you think is going to win that Larry O'Brien trophy. Dizzy, I'll tell you who I think. But who do you think is going to win Game 1 or the series?
I am not going against Danhausen. I am on the Knicks bandwagon.
Danhausen.
Danhausen has been picking the Knicks, and as long as he continues to pick the Knicks, I'm going with Danhausen's pick. I'm going with the Knicks. The Knicks in 6. The Knicks in 6. The Knicks in 6.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm sorry, New York, but I'm going with the Spurs. I just the energy with the Spurs right now. I don't know. I really don't know. This one's going to be a tough series. I think it's going all the way to Game 7. I'm inching towards Spurs, though. Okay, I'm inching towards the Spurs. Cool.
Look, you're Team Spurs. I'm Team Knicks. Well, actually, I'm Team Danhausen. We're good.
We better give Danhausen his courtside seats. Right now, the score is 22-17. Spurs are up. And we're going to keep it moving and try not to get distracted. Okay? All right, so look, while the fellas are doing their thing on the court in the finals, we got the ladies doing their thing in the WNBA because we're 3 weeks into this historic 30th season of the WNBA. And the drama keeps on rolling. So let's get straight to the biggest storylines dominating the W this week. First up, we got the preseason favorites, the New York Liberty. New York is in the house. However, the Liberty, they hit a massive speed bump. They dropped back-to-back double-digit games, falling down to number 6 in the power rankings, all right? Meanwhile, the Atlanta Dream are absolutely surging right now. They are 6-2, and they flew all the way up to number 2 spot. Angel Reese, she's out there stacking up double-doubles like she's at in and out. That sounds good right now. Atlanta is for real.
You're making me hungry.
I know, I'm sorry. The double-doubles. We love the double.
The double-doubles. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a double-double.
You can't go wrong.
Just like you can't go wrong with the expansion teams. And they had a duel this week. Portland and the Portland Fire and the Toronto Tempo, and they're rewriting the rules. We just saw, an epic matchup. Portland newcomer and second year in the W, the French woman Carla Late was out there hitting punch, taking daggers. She was playing like a 10-year vet. She had 15 points, 9 assists, and the Portland Fire took the win 99-80. And these don't look like expansion teams. They look like full-fledged, hardcore teams that have been doing it for a minute. And as I mentioned, Carla Late, she recorded her 100th career assist
already.
Also, so in 2 years, she's got over 100. Well, in this is her second year, so in 1 year and 3 weeks, she's got 100 assists.
Carla,
that girl's balling.
Dishing. Wow.
That girl's dishing.
Okay, Carla. Go ahead, Carla.
And then we got to mention Toronto's rookies. Toronto's rookies were having a game. Marina Marbury had 19 points, and Kiki Rice also matched her with 19 points. The girls are balling.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And like I said, we're in the third week. The season goes by fast. So when you can tune in, try to tune in. And right now, the Commissioner's Cup is happening. It tips off this week. If you're a WNBA fan, hit us in the comments, hit us in the chat. Tell us who you think is going to win. Maybe Atlanta. Atlanta is doing their thing. My money, or the Aces. That's the other one. The Aces are another one.
I'm hoping the Sparks get their stuff together and get it going.
Man, they are. Kelsey Plum's doing her thing. I'm seeing they there. They in a good spot.
Before we move on from the W, though, we got to talk about Caitlin Clark and the women's just on fire.
Caitlin's doing it.
With her third assist in the second quarter against Golden State, she became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 1,000 plus points and 500 plus assists in just 59 games, shattering Sue Bird's record of 82.
Wow,
shattering
legend. Sue Bird. Well, Caitlin, I don't ever will doubt her offense, and she definitely puts it up. She was a little bit in the news this week about there's a video out there hollering at her coach. She's very emotional. I'll put it there. Defense, though, I don't know. It doesn't matter because right now she's got the 1,000 points plus and 500 assists in 59 games. That's a lot of work, Dizzy.
She's balling. She's definitely balling.
No doubt.
There's a lot of things that could be adjusted as far as attitude. When you want to win, you want to win, and sometimes these types of arguments will happen. It's unfortunate that it's what takes the news on the forefront. It should be something that's on the back burner. But again,
not in this culture, not in this era. Oh no!
When you want to be a winner, you want to be a winner.
Just know that there's cameras all around, but I don't think Caitlin gives a darn. All right. So shout out to her. Shout out to WNBA. Commissioner's Cup is happening right now. And also that's happening right now. More sports, Dizzy. Hockey is in the finals right now. Stanley Cup Finals is between the Golden Knights of Vegas and the Hurricanes of Carolina. And the game one was a doozy. Okay. Let's travel all the way to Raleigh, where game one of Stanley Cup Finals did not disappoint. It was a 60 minutes of just pure adrenaline. The Hurricanes, they blew the roof off of the Lenovo Center early when Nikolaj Ehlers struck twice in the opening 14 minutes, including the third fastest goal in Stanley Cup history. In Vegas, they was looking a little dead in the water for a minute, but you can't count them out because they got one right before the break, and 30 seconds into the period, Ivan Berbashev scored, and William Karlsson rallied the Golden Knights to a 3-2 lead. And then from there, it became an absolute heavyweight slugfest. I'm talking Tyson, Holyfield, all that. The teams traded goals. They went back and forth. They got to a 4-4 score with under 9 minutes to play. Tom Hurdle buried the transition feed pass to Frederick Anderson to break the deadlock. Hearts stood tall against an empty net barrage in the final minutes to secure a wild, and it was wild, 5-4 victory, allowing the Vegas Golden Knights to steal home ice advantage. This was a absolute thriller. I tuned in around like the third quarter, just before the end, and right when they broke the tie, and I was impressed. I stayed to watch the rest. Dizzy, this is a series. I think the Knights got it. I'm sticking with them. I'm sticking with the Knights.
I was hoping that Carolina would not lose the first game. For a second it felt like Vegas was. For a second, it felt like Vegas was completely outmatched and outplayed because of them going down 2 goals in the first 12, 14 minutes.
Yeah,
but
quick.
Vegas has something about them, and they have something going on. It's the first. They become the first road team in NHL history to stage a multi-goal comeback win in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals, ever.
That's big. Ever. I think the record's like 55-0 and or something. I heard that earlier, so I was pretty impressed with that one.
So the fact that they were able to bounce back multiple times from being down in the scoreboard, it just speaks to the coaching, to the formation, to the unity that the team has. It's kind of hard to vote. It's just hard to bet against Vegas right now. It's just really hard to bet against Vegas.
It is, and I'm not. They are on fire. Is the next game in Carolina?
Next game's in Carolina, and then game 3 and 4 are going to be in Vegas.
Ooh, it's going to be turned up in Vegas. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. I believe the next game 2, is on tomorrow, Thursday.
It's tomorrow. It's going to be wild.
Ooh,
if this was any indication of what the series is going to be like, fasten your seatbelts, get that popcorn ready.
I'm ready, and I don't even know hockey like that, but I'm locked in to this series.
I am.
The way the Carolina Hurricane, the fans and the stands, I loved it. Love the vibe. I think Canes might get one, but ultimately Vegas. Anywho, we got some news for the MLB baseball on the diamond field. Ohtani.
Didn't we just speak about him in the last show?
We did. I believe so.
What did he do now?
He's a regular on the show, guys. Well, he's up to his fun old antics again. Shohei hit. What did he do? Oh, he took the third pitch out the park with a 424-foot bomb straight away center. Wow. Even though he only pitched 6 innings, he held the Rockies to 1 run, 0 hits. In fact, the Rockies waited until the 8th inning to get a hit off of reliever Tanner Scott. This means Cy Young is definitely coming to Shohei. Yeah, he did it again. He just did this. Pitched the game.
He pitched the game and then he leads off with a home run. Like, this is not. This is new territory. This is not common ground. This is just
pure magic.
He's wild. He should still be an
best,
angel.
And he's going
still
to
be
get
an
that.
angel.
Moving on to the hot
like that.
Hot. We'll talk about your Angels in a little while because it's been real interesting in Anaheim. But let's talk about hot Atlanta Braves. They are in fuego. That means they're hot, right? They're burning up. They're on fire. Fuego. They are the first MLB team to 40 wins. They won their 40th victory on May 30th by defeating the Cincinnati Reds 5-2 at the Great American Ballpark. Now, this marks the first time in franchise history that the Braves have ever achieved 40 wins before the month of June. Okay. That's big. That's big.
That is big because you're talking about some Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, and Greg Maddox teams that didn't do 40 wins before June.
You know, I think I'm a little scared. I'm a little nervous to get the
You know,
Braves on the schedule. I'm not.
no Chipper Jones team had 40 wins before June. Really? No
Now
Freddie Freeman team had any wins, 40 wins before June.
I know,
You're
right?
talking about these Braves that on paper don't look anywhere near as good as those other teams have 40 wins before June.
Listen, I give them their props, but we got a lot more baseball to play. We'll see what happens. Not wishing anything ill. We'll just see what happens. Okay.
Hey, Shorty, I got a question for you.
What's that?
How patriotic are you?
Patriotic? Man. Oh, say, can you see? Why? What's up?
Well, 3 pitchers took patriotism to an extreme as the Angels' Brett Sutter and the Rays' Steven Wilson and Manuel Rodriguez were in a standoff for 8 minutes after the national anthem.
What the
They
hell?
were literally standing in front of the dugouts, still holding the pose, still holding their hands to their heart, and they refused to return to the dugout until the ump decided to eject all 3 from the game. Childish,
What?
maybe, but
Why?
who do you think won the standoff?
I don't know, but I sure would have been pissed if I'm at the ball game and these people are just standing on the field. Let's play ball. Let's play ball.
But they weren't
What are we
even on the
doing?
field. They were right outside the dugout, still holding the pose.
But they holding up the game, them and the mascots. Why the mascot out there? No.
The mascots are unidentified. We can
What is
identify
this
the pitchers.
about? Why? What was this about? Just messing with each other?
Who would back down first? I think
Playing
It-
chicken.
it-
Huh? That's a new one.
it's a testosterone fest.
Oh, well, I bet they won't do that again because they got tossed out of there. Oh, Dizzy, your Angels, man. I don't.
The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim will be back. On field.
Okay, and moving on. Guess what? Guess who was at the Mets game?
Who?
Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Okay, so look, after J.K. Simmons, he hilariously, that's a hard, and he recreated his iconic J. Jonah Jameson role at a recent New York Mets game when a fan in a full Spider-Man costume sat directly behind him. Look at him. The stadium jumbotron broadcasted the pair, and Simmons, he instinctively threw his hands up. He put on his scowl and demanded pictures of Spider-Man.
Oh, that's
This is
great.
why I love
You know, you gotta love it. You gotta love it that he played into it. You gotta love that the Mets
Yeah.
somehow orchestrated a kid or somebody to dress up as Spider-Man and sat him right behind him.
That's funny.
You know, I'm sure that they figured out that J.K. Simmons was sitting there, and then they're like, oh, now we got to do this. We got to do this, you know.
Put on a
Or
costume.
they actually called the actual Spider-Man, who's the neighborhood friendly Spider-Man from New York, and he
Yeah.
actually showed up. He might
showed
have
up.
been, you know.
I'm sure Spider-Man catches a few games. Him and Batman. Maybe they're Mets fans. Maybe they're not. I don't know.
Different universes. Don't mix them.
Oh, different
Different
universes.
universes. Don't mix them.
All right, don't come for me. I don't know these things. Dizzy. You know, when we started writing for this week and finding the stories, I really didn't think we was going to have much to talk about in the NFL.
I didn't think we were going to talk about anything in the NFL.
I looked at the script and I was like, we're probably going to have a little space there. Wrong. Because Monday was a blockbuster day, let me tell you. And if you thought June meant, wait a minute, hold off on the hate. Hold on 1 second. Let me get it out first. Let me tell you something. The front office, they've been working because the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns, they blew up the whole spot. Blockbuster trade. They sent the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, straight to the City of Angels, Inglewood to be specific. The Rams, they looked at their defense and they said, you know what? picks are cool, draft picks are cool, but we need to win another Lombardi Trophy at SoFi Stadium. That's the plan. And Super Bowl is in SoFi Stadium this year.
This
Okay,
year.
so they got
Well,
this. They got
technically next year on the calendar, but it's part of this season.
this season, right?
Yeah.
All right. So in order for LA to get the defensive giant that is Garrett, they had to trade 2-time Pro Bowler, edge rusher, and cutie pie, Jared Verse, plus a 2027 first rounder, a 2028 second round pick, and a 2029 third round pick. That's a lot. However, let's look at what they get. Myles Garrett, there he is. He's coming off a historic, mind-blowing 23 sack season, and he literally just set the NFL single season record. Dizzy, I think their Super Bowl odds just went up, all the way up. Don't start your hating now.
This isn't hate. This is just, I don't understand how the league approves such a lopsided trade. This is not, this is not sportsmanlike. This is throwing just give the Rams the ticket to the Super Bowl and allow everybody else to get healthy, and let's not even play a season. Let's just skip to the Super Bowl, Rams, and see who comes in from the AFC, because this is just BS. This is just horrible. It's anti-sportsmanlike. They're stacking the cards all for the Rams. They're gonna get all the calls. They're gonna Myles Garrett will get away with offsides and all these things because he's Myles Garrett, and he's gonna get 25 sacks this season. It's garbage. This is garbage.
Yeah,
it's horrible. Move on. Next story.
Oh my goodness. Well, wait a minute. Because Cleveland, they still got a chance. They got Jared Verse. He's only 25 years old.
Tell that to The Miz. The Miz is heartbroken.
Oh, The Miz. Sorry, Miz. And all Cleveland fans out there. That's a hard one.
There's not many left.
All right. Well, the NFC is going to be very interesting nonetheless. The NFC West. All right.
There's nothing interesting about that. Whatever.
Dizzy. Okay, let's move on, because Dizzy, you're making me feel bad, man. You're making me feel bad. Not. Let's move on. AJ Brown, the former Philadelphia Eagle, he has been sent, and 3-time All-Pro wide receiver, by the way. He's been sent to Foxborough. That's right. He's about to play for the Patriots. The trade means that Philly gets a future first-round pick, and New England, well, they got a number 1 target right here for their young QB, Drake May. AJ is reuniting with his old coach, Mike Vrabel, and with Josh McDaniels drawing up the plays. Yeah, the Patriots offense is about to be a problem. And the AFC East just got a lot more interesting. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Tell us in the comments or in the chat if you happen to be in there. Do you think this move just saved New England's season? Or did Philly win the long game? Dizzy, how you feel about this move?
I think it was a smart move for both sides. There was a lot of talk right before the free agency that AJ Brown was going to be on the move, that the management team did not want him there anymore. And if there's troubles with the player and the locker room and the chemistry, it's time to move on from it. It's time to make a move. It's time to make a change. They made the change. They got a lot in return, a lot of potential in return, and they got a potential bad apple out of their locker room and made it somebody else's problem.
This is true.
I don't think AJ Brown is a bad apple. I think he's a good element. I think Drake May is going to benefit from having a number 1 wide receiver target to throw to, because he didn't really have that. I think that's going to help the Patriots if they stay healthy, make a run for the AFC championship and beat out the Broncos. The Broncos are the team to beat on paper.
Yeah, so, on paper. On paper, I think this was a good move. AJ seems to be very happy now.
And the Pats will be extremely competitive in their division against Buffalo.
Ooh. Well, Buffalo got some stuff coming up. We'll get to that in a second because we got some more NFL news. Because meanwhile, in the New York Giants, they just signed 3 veteran pass catchers, and they did this in just a 24-hour span. Those people are working. All right. First up, Odell Beckham Jr. He's back in Big Blue. He's 33 years old now, and he signed a low-risk vet minimum deal just to compete for a roster spot. But I think he'll make the cut. Or don't you think, Dizzy?
I think I think the Giants made a lot of strong, safe moves. Signing Odell Beckham to a veteran minimum contract is a safe bet. You're not risking too much. You're risking enough, and you're getting a potentially still MVP caliber wide receiver. And then that didn't stop there because they also grabbed Juju Smith-Schuster, who's coming off of being a free agent in Kansas City. And then add to that return specialist Braxton Berrios, who can work as a third or fourth receiver in your roster. And you've basically renewed your receiving core, and the Giants now have weapons to use for their young quarterbacks. And
they're stacking up.
And they just look like they want to compete in the NFC East. You've got the Eagles, you've got the Cowboys and the Commanders to compete with, and they were dead last in that. And now they're not. Now they're potentially, there's a good shot that they are a wild card team at best, at worst, a wild card team at worst.
I'm having some faith in them because this sounds like it was zero financial risk and maximum veteran depth. Hit the subscribe, hit the like button, give us your comments, hit us in the chat. You think OBJ is going to make the 53-man roster? I think so.
For sure.
I think so. Okay, real quick.
Unless he somehow gets injured again. There's no way that he doesn't.
You think he's going to get hurt?
I don't know. He has been hurt quite a bit.
Okay, well, I'm going to wish him well. We'll see what happens with the Giants. Meanwhile, we're going to do a quick shout out to the 716. That's Buffalo Bills territory, baby, because right now they officially just got the keys to their brand new $2.2 billion Highmark Stadium. Brand new. The county just issued the temporary certificate of occupancy, which means the squad, the staff, and all the concessions can finally start moving into the building. It's about 96% complete, and it's going to host its first team practice August 8th. Okay.
It looks like an amazing venue. It looks like an amazing stadium.
Fresh.
The locker room area looks absolutely clean right now. It won't be once the players come in, but it looks fresh.
It's got that
but here's the kicker. It's designed to be a strictly football first venue, and they lowered the capacity to now just over 60,000 seats. So a little bit less attendance. It's the smallest capacity wise in the entire NFL.
Why they do this?
With the canopy, they're trapping in the noise, they're keeping out the wind, and the acoustic is going to be a nightmare for any opposing team, especially opposing quarterbacks
and
the coaches, because it's going to be loud. It's going to be loud.
Okay, well, you guys let us know what you think. Do you think the new stadium, this new shiny building is going to be what Josh Allen finally needs for his home field advantage to get past Patrick Mahomes? Maybe they need that new stadium spirit. I know the fans are going to be rocking in that. And they're going to be feeling better, too, because they don't got to sit in that cold. So,
it's still going to be cold. It's still going to be cold. You don't get away from the cold. You just get away from the wind. You get away from the wind.
tell you, I couldn't do it. So shout out to the Buffalo Bills fans. Congratulations on your new $1 billion stadium. That's a lot of money. Dizzy, what we got next? Oh,
we're going to France. Le Messieurs,
oui.
Le Roland Garros.
Yes. Roland Garros, also known as the French Open. Tennis fans, it's that time of year. The stars take it to the clay court. All right. It's been a lot of chaos there too, because first up, Novak Djokovic and Yannick Sinner, the champs. Well, they had a shocking early exit. And Alexander Zverev, well, he is now the heavy favorite to grab the Grand Slam. There he is, 11 Grand Slam semifinals. Then on the women's side, Arina Sabalenka, she absolutely handled Naomi Osaka in straight sets to punch her ticket to the quarterfinals. I heard she was dancing. Was she dancing? Check out her dance. We got her dancing.
She was dancing, but she just outscored, outplayed, and outdueled Naomi Osaka.
I guess,
and she does merit a dance. You know, she was moonwalking.
She hit that moonwalk. Okay, girl. Well, unfortunately, she wasn't dancing for too long because she just lost in an upset to number 25 ranked contender Diana Schneider. So, farewell, Sabalenka. Maybe we'll see you in Wimbledon. Okay. Meanwhile, 23-year-old Marta Kostyuk outlasted Elena Svitolina in a brutal 3-set battle to reach her first major semi. She's making history as the first Ukrainian woman in the Open era to do it in Paris. She joined Schneider, Tralinska, and Andreeva in the semis. There will be a first-time winner this year. Ooh, the names.
That's refreshing to see. It's refreshing to see that there's new blood out there. That the ladies are really, you know, being very competitive. I'm cheering for their Ukrainian girl, Kostyuk, I believe is how you say her name.
I got close. I believe that was it.
She looked good. Schneider is no joke. She took out Sabalenka, who's the number one tennis women right now. You know, Shalinska's had a tough road in, and she's, you know, beat all the challengers that come her way. Andreeva looked fairly calm getting to the semifinals, but again, you know, there's nothing calm about, you know, the Final Four.
No, but these young ladies here, young women, especially the one that took out Sabalenka, well, while they're doing all that on the clay court, Dizzy, guess what?
You got in and out for me.
No.
Okay, then
even better. Dizzy, the
even better
GOAT.
than in and out?
Better than in and out, if you ask me.
Wow.
Depending on the day and time. But the GOAT, that's right, the 23-time Grand Slam champion, the queen herself, Serena Williams, is officially making a comeback to professional tennis. Woo! I am excited for this one. Are you not?
You know what? I am very excited to see her, you know, take the court against some of these young women who have been coming up while she's been away. Even though she's 44, she's not done. Like, she looks healthy. She looks strong. She looks calm. She looks with mental peace. You know.
Yeah, the mental. She
just seems to have it all together. Like,
she does. She's ready, and she says she's not done yet, and I'm here for it. She's gonna be playing doubles. What's that mean? That means half the court, right, Dizzy?
Doubles means that she's playing with a partner to start off, which you know, she'll cover half the court. It's a smart business as far as managing the wear and tear. Maybe this will be a scene that we would see before when the Williams sisters were playing. She's not like new to the doubles game. She has been in the doubles game before.
Yes, and has dominated that too. Has dominated that well. I know she can still crank out them 120 miles per hour serves, and I'm ready to see it. But what do you think? You think we are witnessing a historic Grand Slam run? Maybe. Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. And hit that subscribe and like button while you're at it, okay? Thank you. Dizzy. Let's hit the soccer field real quick.
The girls were on fire this week.
Women were on fire. Apparently, we have a chaos in the NWSL. The top 5 have been shaken up. There's a brand new league leader. Let me break it down for you. All right, so we start in the East, where defensive dominance is the name of the game for Gotham FC. Gotham secured a gritty 1-0 win over the Houston Dash, racking up a league-leading 8th clean sheet of the year. That keeps them locked at number 5 with 21 points. Then right ahead of them on goal difference at number 4 is the Washington Spirit. The Spirit took care of business at Audi Field, holding off a late push from the Seattle Reign to secure a crucial 2-1 victory and keep pace with the league's elite. But now, Dizzy, let's talk about the match of the weekend, okay? Portland Thorns FC and the Utah Royals faced off in a massive top 3 showdown over at Providence Park. It was a battle that ended in a dramatic 2-2 stalemate. And with that draw, Portland sits in 3rd place with 24 points. Meanwhile, Utah holds on to the 2nd place spot, also sitting on 24 points, but holding the edge in goal differentials, 2-2. But the biggest winners of the weekend had to be San Diego Waves FC. They capitalized on the Portland-Utah draw, and the Wave went on the road and took down the Chicago Stars 2-0. Dina struck early, and Trinity Byers sealed it deep in stoppage time. Now, with those 3 points, the San Diego completely leapfrogged the competition. They claimed the number 1 spot in the NWSL, standing with 25 points. Great matches over the weekend, Dizzy.
Absolutely amazing matches. Absolutely, the standings are there. San Diego on top, Utah and Portland right behind them. The top 5 got shook up just a little bit as they go into their summer break. They'll be back in July, but the girls really lit it up. A lot of the girls are called up to their international teams. There's a lot of teams playing qualifiers for the Women's World Cup next year. And there's a lot of other teams that are already in, and they're just getting the reps in and seeing who they're going to call up for that World Cup. Nice. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely great. Absolutely the toughest girls in women's soccer. They're playing in the U.S. They're playing in the NWSL. It's some absolute captivating soccer to see. You can't say anything.
In July, right?
Yep.
Okay. Looking forward to that. History was made in Budapest.
History was definitely made in Budapest as the European Club Football final was played, the Champions League. And the Puskás Arena could not hold it down for 90 minutes. They had drama because the teams ended up tied 1-1. They went into overtime. They stayed 1-1. They went into penalty kicks. In the end, Paris Saint-Germain won 4-3 in penalty shootout. They captured their their back-to-back Champions League titles. They're the first team since the 1970s Ajax and the 1950s Real Madrid to win not just the continental title, but their domestic title. So they won their country's title and they won the European title in back-to-back years.
A double-double. A
This
double.
double. In and out
In
better
and
be paying
out.
for this because
What's
we
up?
getting
What's
double
up?
doubles.
Okay. All right. Maybe let's manifest some double doubles for some double
If
money.
I'm not eating a
Hey,
double at the end of the show, Art, I'm gonna be mad.
Art,
Uber Eats. Oh, there's another one.
Art, Art's the homie. He's the anywhere. What else we got here? Oh, World Cup preview. Okay, so from the conclusion of the European club football, we turn our eyes to the absolute biggest stage of all. It's coming up right around the corner, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, the historic 48-team tournament officially kicks off on Thursday, June 11th. That is next week? The next week?
Next Thursday.
Wow. Next Thursday at the iconic Estadio Azteca, with co-host Mexico taking center stage against South Africa for the tournament's curtain raiser. The celebration continues the very next day on Friday, June 12th, as the other two host nations debut on home soil. Dizzy, what
As
is that?
Canada will launch their campaign and their bid for the World Cup in front of a rocking crowd in Toronto, and they face off against Bosnia and Herzegovina, who eliminated Italy in the European playoff, while the United States men's national team will field their star-studded squad in the evening at SoFi Stadium in LA against Paraguay. A lot of high hopes. 17 straight days of group stage football.
Yeah.
16 host cities. You know,
it's a lot.
It is absolutely insanity. And then after every team plays their 3 matches, we are left with how many, Brooke?
I don't know. I done lost track. Where are we at?
We're
left with one.
We're left with 32. 32 advance to the second round until on July 17th, we finally discover who will be the number 1 team in the world.
That's when we get our number 1. That's when we get our number 1. All right. Well, before all of these matches, we have the FIFA World Cup 2026 countdown concert. And this is going to take place on June 10th, 2026, of course. And it's the first of its kind synchronized multi-city event across Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. Now they announced the lineup for the Canadian hub in Toronto, featuring some artists like Bryan Adams, Wyclef Jean, Nora. I never heard of her. Fetty.
Sure.
A bunch of other artists. And the 90-minute Toronto show. 90 minutes? It's gonna be 90 minutes. The 90-minute Toronto show is synchronized simultaneously with performances in Mexico City, with artists like Los Angeles Azules, Elena Rose, and Belinda, plus Los Angeles announced Major Lazer and Davido. This is going to form a massive, interconnected global kickoff celebration the day before the tournament begins. I don't know, maybe there'll be some surprise musical acts. If you got any guests, go ahead and put it in the chat.
I got a feeling. I got a feeling that you're gonna see an Alejandro Fernandez also join in Mexico City. He's a big mariachi and regional Mexican musician who participates in one of the songs. I got a feeling that we're gonna see maybe an Anita pop in there. She's got a song that's coming out for the World Cup. Maybe Shakira. She's got a song that's coming out for the World Cup.
Tyler and Future got a song out. They might pop. They
might pop in LA.
They might pop. Ooh.
You know.
Okay.
It sounds like a huge party on Wednesday right before we get into the actual tournament.
I just feel just so not ready, Dizzy. I got to figure out my game plan. How I'm going to watch the games. I don't even have a jersey.
Art was supposed to get you the jersey last week.
Art!
Get it to you?
I got to have no. But that's okay. That's all right. We'll figure it out by
we'll make sure that you have a jersey by the next show.
Okay, thank you very much. I like to look official. Moving on.
But whose jersey do you want?
I don't know.
That's probably why he didn't get you a jersey. He got me the U.S. jersey. I already have it. It's in my closet.
Oh, he got you a jersey, but he didn't get me a jersey. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll have to talk about it. That's right. Okay. Let's move on. We got some racing to talk about. Starting with some F1. Well, F1 right now, they're on a travel date to prepare for the Monaco Grand Prix. That's next weekend. We look forward to what the youngster Kimi Antonelli. We want to see what he does because he right now is 4 for 4 so far. He knows how to drive. Looking forward to seeing that in Monaco. Looking forward to that, Dizzy.
I am definitely looking forward to Monaco. I wish they would travel us to Monaco so we could do the show for Monaco.
Yeah.
I could use the week in Monaco.
Yeah.
Hey, Formula One, holler at your boy.
Holla back at us because we could sure use a trip to Monaco. Meanwhile, over at in NASCAR, okay, specifically Music City at the Nashville Speedway, there was a lot of noise and drama. All right, it's the Cracker Barrel 400. Right from the green flag, it was clear that surviving the slick concrete and mastering pit strategy would decide who took home the custom Gibson guitar trophy. That's pretty fly. When it was all said and done, nobody could deny it. Denny Hamlin, that man right there. Hamlin started on the pole and showcased elite composure, holding off Bell by a razor-thin 0.115 seconds. To secure a thrilling victory. Like, is that a photo finish?
That's a photo finish. That's very close to a photo finish.
So, like, all right,
that is 1/10 of a second. If you're thinking about it, that's like
that's a blink.
It's like a snap of your fingers takes longer than the two finishing side by side.
That's fast. Well, Denny, he did that. He got the win at Nashville Super Speedway. Okay. More NASCAR next week. There's another race coming up.
There's another race coming up on Sunday.
All right. Stay tuned for that. And now we got our favorite part of the show. Talk about some WWE wrestling. And let's talk about one of the wildest matches of the year, Dizzy. Apparently,
this was absolutely insanity. I set it up a little bit. Okay,
all right. Well, this took place this is Triple A's Noche de los Grandes, where the rivalry between El Grande Americano and the original El Grande Americano finally came to a head in a mask versus mask showdown. Dizzy, break it down. It was a lot going on. There was blood.
The match was exactly what fans hoped for. It was physical. It was emotional. It was downright brutal. Both men threw down. They threw everything at each other. There was blood. There was drama. Near falls. Red hot Monterrey crowd was it created an unforgettable atmosphere. When it was all said and done, the real El Grande Americano scored the victory, forcing his rival to remove his mask. There's the pinfall. You see the blood in the ring.
There's the blood. There's the blood. There is blood. And then
when it was all said and done,
the
original had to remove his mask.
Oh, he lost.
And he had to remove his mask and reveal Chad Gable. Oh my. Underneath the mask was Chad Gable. The former Olympian, the WWE star. Many are already calling this a match of the year contender.
I don't think so.
It was brutal. It was wild. It was crazy. Corey Graves on the call killed it. JBL was with him. Rey Mysterio was with him, but Corey shined through it all. It just added to the spectacle. And that's not the end of the AAA news. As you see, AAA had been bought out last year by WWE. Well, now their blockbuster PLE, It has a blockbuster announcement because AAA's Triple Mania 34 is going to be 2 nights in 2 venues in 2 countries. Night 1, Friday, September 11th in Vegas, and night 2 on Sunday, September 13th in Mexico City.
Woo! Triple Mania.
Tickets go on sale this Friday,
Mm.
and if you've got the pre-sale code, you can get your tickets at midnight tonight.
Are you getting your tickets?
You're gonna see me. You might see me in Vegas on September 11th.
Oh, okay. Well, you might see me too. You might see me. Ding ding. Let's go. Art, let's go.
Hook it up, Art.
Hook it up. Hook it up because
I want to go to the MGM. I want to stay in the MGM. I want to enjoy the MGM.
Yeah, let's go to the Aria.
But that's where the venue's at.
Okay. Better on the feet, right? Okay, all right. Because we were supposed to be in Italy this past weekend. We should have been.
And the first premium live event in Italy did not disappoint. Clash in Italy was just a night pack of championship drama and storyline developments. We saw Cody Rhodes retain his undisputed WWE championship in a controversial finish. Replays show Gunther's foot under the bottom rope as the deciding pinfall was counted, setting the stage for what could be a heated rematch sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I could feel that coming. I could feel that rematch coming. Well, one of the most anticipated matches of the night featured Rhea Ripley defending her women's world championship against Jade Cargill. The showdown lived up to the hype as 2 of the WWE's most dominant athletes collided in a power versus power battle. These 2 women, woo, they be beastin'. Well, Jade, she showcased her incredible strength and athleticism, but Ripley's experience and toughness ultimately made the difference. After surviving several near falls, Ripley connected with the Riptide. She retained her championship in what many fans consider one of the best matches of the evening. Of course, the ladies bought it. Did you catch this one, Dizzy?
I caught the whole event. I did not become unglued from the TV on Sunday. I was all about watching Clash in Italy. I was all about watching it live on the ESPN app. It was absolutely great.
Yes.
It did not disappoint. The fans in Italy, oh my goodness. The fans in Italy, they earned themselves another PLE, a bigger one, a SummerSlam type, a WrestleMania type. They were chanting louder as the night went on, and you could not get, when you thought you couldn't get any louder, it got even louder, especially during the Brock and Opa match. That was, wow.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar got revenge for his WrestleMania loss. He defeated Obafemi in a hard-hitting powerhouse clash, hence Clash in Italy. It took an insane seven F5s to put the ruler down. I think we might be in for a third and final match at SummerSlam. What do you think, Dizzy?
I really thought that Brock didn't have a chance. I really thought that this was going to be WrestleMania all over again. And then Brock shut me up. And he went at Oba. He F5'd him, he pinned him. He F5'd him, he pinned him. He F5'd him again, he pinned him. Then Oba somehow got this surge of energy and started beating up on Brock, and Brock kicked out a couple of times. This was just
magnificent.
It was just a lot of
big bodies being slammed.
A lot of just meaty men bouncing off of different furniture. They took down the Italian announce table. They took down the English announce table. They took down parts of the ring.
They tore up the set.
They were tearing up everything. It was absolute chaos. I loved every second of that match.
Okay. Dizzy approved. Well, they weren't the only ones tearing stuff up, because perhaps in the biggest surprise of the night came when Sol Ruka, the new rookie, Sol Ruka defeated Becky Lynch to capture the Women's Intercontinental Championship, earning the first major singles title of her WWE career weeks after being called up to the main roster. She ready. Sol Ruka has been ready. The way her athleticism is off the charts. There she is with Triple H showing her belt. I'm a fan. I am a fan of Sol Ruka.
You cannot deny raw talent, and Sol Ruka has tons of it.
Yes, and was still honorably, Becky Lynch, the man, she's held it down, but Sol Ruka put it on her.
Sol Ruka took it.
Sol Ruka took it. And but what about this one? The tribal combat between Roman
Another
and
war. It was the main event, and Roman Reigns survived a brutal tribal combat against his cousin Jacob Fatu. Well, let's just say he survived, because it took a lot for Roman to just, it took it was. How do I describe this?
What was the final blow? Because I missed it. So
it was a spear
and ladders and stuff.
It was a spear through a table that ultimately did Jacob in, and then followed by yet another spear, because Jacob wasn't staying down. He was finding ways to just
he was coming back,
rise and take it. And Roman's still on top. Cody escaped with the championship. Clash and Ility just proved to be a stop on the road to the summer season. Next up on the road to SummerSlam, we've got the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. It's really absolutely impressive how the story continues to move on, and the story continues to progress and grow. You cannot, you cannot fault them for the way that they do things. This is Triple H with both crowns.
So what match is this? So what are we doing? So it's King and Queen of the Ring.
So in King and the Queen of the Ring, you've got brackets set up for the men's side and for the women's side. They're going to be facing off in fatal 4-way matches, and ultimately the winner gets a match against the champion of his or her choosing at SummerSlam.
I see. It's WrestleMania.
On the men's side, you saw Penta, Obafemi, Solo Sikoa, and Carmelo Hayes face off on Monday Night Raw. Obafemi ultimately won, and he awaits the winner of Rey Mysterio, Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest. On the other side of the bracket, you've got Seth Rollins, Javon Evans, Tonga Loa, and Ricky Saints, who are going to face off next Monday on Raw. And then on SmackDown, you're going to see Jey Uso, LA Knight, Keys, and Finn Balor go at it for that side of the bracket. This is just going to be a very, very tough, intense, hard-hitting King of the Ring bracket.
I like the
women's side. On the women's side,
what we got?
We saw Roxanne Perez, Io Sky, Julia, and Lash Legend face off on Raw. Io Sky ultimately took the next step to advance on that side of the bracket. You're going to see Bayley face off against Raquel Rodriguez, Jessie James, and JC Jane and Kendall James face off. On the other side of the bracket, you've got Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green facing off. That one seems a little lopsided and a little unfair, because you've got too many former champions going up against each other. And then on the bottom side of that bracket, you got Sol Ruka, Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte Flair, and Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill's the reigning Queen of the Ring. And,
she might take that.
She's back in it. She's back in it. So.
Okay. All right. When does that start?
That's already started. It started on Raw, and then it continues on SmackDown.
Okay. All right. Well, keep it tuned here. You know, we'll have all the updates for you every week. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. We got more to talk about. Specifically, we're going to do a This Day in Sports History. Dizzy, today is June 3rd, 2026, but we're going to take it back to June 3rd, 1992. There he is, Michael Jordan, my GOAT. That's right, I said it, my GOAT. He set the NBA playoff records by scoring 35 points in a single half. And he hit 6 3-pointers in a half to lead the Chicago Bulls over the Portland Trail Blazers way back in 1992. 30 points in one half. That's just crazy. He was smoking. Okay, we got one more for you. June 3rd, 2018. Fairly recent. Stephen Curry. There you go. Golden State Warriors. He set an NBA Finals record by hitting 9 3-pointers in a single game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steph, KD, and the Warriors, they went on to sweep the Cavs that year, as I'm sure many Cleveland fans would like to forget that fact, but it's in stone, forever in history, and to be told on this day in sports history. Love to educate them. Dizzy, we're almost at the end of the show. But before we go, we have a little fun with my Dodgers. You see, we always take things another level, because that's what champions do. For instance,
Back-to-back champions at that.
Okay, go ahead. Let the people know. Let the people know, Dizzy.
Yeah, they're not going to get a three-peat, though.
But for instance, this first pitch went to another level. Japanese Olympic gold medalist figure skaters Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara. They threw the first pitch at the Dodgers game this week with a little pizzazz. Show it again. Let me see it again. Can I see it again? Let me see it again. Ooh! And she threw it. Ooh. And she tried to throw it right, too. Okay, well, you know what? That's what you get out of Dodger game. Make sure you get your tickets. I hope to make another one very soon. Dizzy.
But you got to get there early. You got to enjoy the vibe. You got to enjoy the game. Don't be the typical LA fan that shows up in the third inning and leaves in the seventh. Don't be that. No.
When I go, I got a whole game plan. Depending on how the game, rocks, I might stay past the seventh inning. I might leave. That tends to be the sweet spot.
See, everybody leaves in the seventh. I stay. I want to do stay until the end. You stay until the end and you ride out the traffic afterwards.
No. We leave around the seventh and we walk down.
Everybody leaves at the seventh.
Get a drink or something over there in Echo Park. Anywho, Dizzy. Is that the end of the game? That's the shot clock? Is that it? Is it over? Okay, we're done. We're going to wrap this up because game 1 of the NBA Finals is right now. It's the third quarter, 59-48. Spurs are up, like I thought. Oh, but check it out.
For the Spurs.
But check it out. Dizzy, we just did our first live. I'm so proud of us. Thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. We appreciate your art. We'll holler at you. I got some things to talk to you about. But to you out there that's watching and listening to us live or even on the rebroadcast, I wanted to thank you for joining us. We're here every Wednesday starting at 6 p.m. Pacific live. That's right. So next Wednesday. Oh, I was wondering where they were at. They was falling asleep. We'll see here next Wednesday. Same everything. We're going to go over all the latest news from the past week. We'll be, it'll be just like tonight, another NBA Finals game. Game 4.
We'll be one day away from the World Cup.
Woo! So much to go over, so much to do. Once again, thank you. And if you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe button, follow, share, drop a comment, send us some love, and we'll send it right back. I hope you all have a good night. See you next week.
They be talking, 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 talking.